Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video. Well, what's up you guys, it's KeAmber Vaughn aka CoachKe coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it's time for me to do my first paycheck to paycheck budget for the month of December. This is a magic month for me, so there will be 3 of these this month. So this page right here is when I did the monthly paycheck to paycheck overview when I did my December monthly budget. This is something that I like to do ahead of time so that when I actually get paid, I can kind of compare and contrast based on like what I thought versus what the actual was. So I projected that my paycheck would be $1167.38 at least, and it was that. So the only things I have coming out this particular week are going to be sending off half of my rent to savings, and now that I think about it, I need to go ahead and cash out my mama this money for the rent. And then I do want to pay my property taxes today. It's not due until December 31st. I live in a state where we have to pay property taxes yearly, so this is literally just for my car. I have to pay taxes to drive my car, yes. So I'm gonna pay that today, and then we have the budgeted expenses. So let's go ahead and flip over. And I haven't done one of these in 2 weeks, so I kind of forgot. Did I just put the dates up there? Yeah. Okay, so this one is gonna go from December 2nd to December 15th. And my income, if I log into my ADP app, I love having this ADP app. We just got it with my agency like last month or the month before, and I love it. And I love the fact that it actually sends you like a notification when your paycheck is ready, even though I check at midnight anyway. So here's my income right there. This is for a little under 60 hours of work. So the income is going to be $1373.17. I do my budget based off of 58 hours. Okay. So first things first, we have fixed expense. Due date. So I told you guys in either I think it was in the last video that I've been trying to get a raise, which I did get one, and I was thinking about possibly changing my status so that I can get an even bigger raise, but I'm thinking that I'm going to decline it because the numbers are not going to work out better for me in the long run. And I'll probably make a video about it if you guys want to. But when you're negotiating your pay and you're looking at different statuses, it's important to not just look at the money, but also look at what the stipulations are. And even with the money, you can't just look at what your paycheck will be now. Like, what is it going to be for the year? Is it going to put you in a higher tax bracket? You know, things like that. So I had to do that. And I decided that I'm probably going to stay doing what I'm doing right now. So rent, I'm going to send that half off today. And I'm only using pink because my red pen is going out. My new pen's coming on Saturday. The amount is $150. Then we have property taxes. And I'm going to pay that today. That should be $154.25. Yeah. $154.25. And then I just like to put unbudgeted just in case. And I actually did have an unbudgeted fixed expense this month. And you guys will find out about that when I do the budget results for November next week. No, not pink. Y'all, I was literally driving myself crazy last night because before like I record the results video, you know, I pretty much go ahead and reconcile all of my accounts like I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, how I like close my budgets out and reconcile my accounts, and my numbers were literally not working out, and I just put that in wrong. I literally looked at those numbers for legit 2.5 hours and just could not figure it out. And then I realized, you know what? Maybe it's because there are some expenses where it's calculating in what's showing on my credit card account, but it's not actually showing the transaction yet. And that literally ended up being what it was. I'm like, where is this extra $88? I'm not understanding what's going on. I was literally driving myself crazy, y'all. $1,373.17. I'm going to subtract the $304.25 for fixed expenses. That's going to give me $1,068.92. Next, I have variable expenses. Due date, amount, plus or minus. And for this, I just have the budget. No due date because it goes the whole 2 weeks. And it's going to be $503.34. And then I'm just going to put unbudgeted again, which I should not have an issue with this. So I was able to send money off to savings to end out last month's budget, but I was over budget in almost every category. Yeah. So you guys will find out about that next week. That was gross. All right, so we're going to subtract the $503.34. So I have $565.58 remaining. Now let's figure out and calculate what I'm going to send off to savings. Date sent. Amount plus or minus. Get my purple pen. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, we're literally saving everything because I want to take off work in February. I forgot all about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the weekly allocations page so I can go ahead and calculate how much I'm actually sending to savings with this particular paycheck. So what I need to cover my fixed expenses is $996.27. If you're new here, hello. I budget a different way than you see on YouTube, and I basically don't start allocating money for my everyday expenses, savings, and extra debt payments if I were still in debt until I've earned enough money to cover my fixed expenses, which I have at this point. So again, my paycheck was $1,373.17. My fixed expenses or my threshold is $996.27. And what are my percentages this month? I think it's 50-50, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to subtract the $996.27. That gives me $376.90. So this is my net income, and my net income is what I actually split off. The net income is split between the checkings and the savings. You guys can't see the savings page over there. So basically all I'm going to do is send half of this to my checking. This covered my fixed expenses. This is going to also stay in checking to cover my fixed expenses. This is for my variable. And then the other 50% is going to go into savings. So we have $188.45 for each. And just to make sure my numbers are correct before I write them in, so we got $188.45 going to my savings, $188.45 staying in my checking for variable, and then the $996.27. $996.27 that's staying in checking for fixed. That equals my paycheck amount. So what's staying in my checking is the $996.27 plus the $188.45, which is $1,184.72. And then we got $188.45. And I'm just gonna put all savings in my true emergency fund, because at first I was keeping my rent amount just in my Ally checking account, but it stays there all month and it doesn't really accrue as much interest. I think the checking account is like 0.01%, but then the savings is maybe 6%. So I'm missing out by keeping it in my checking account. So because of that, I put the money for my rent in my mini emergency fund. It stays there until I'm ready to pay rent, and then I just take it out and pay, basically. But by then I've already started saving money for the next month as well. So yeah, I'll just put everything in the true emergency fund. So let's go back here really quick. So we're gonna put TEF for February. I'm going to send that today. And again, the amount is $188.45. So since I have made enough money thus far to cover my fixed expenses and I've already started allocating towards savings, when I get paid my last 2 checks of the month, every single dollar is going to be allocated. I won't have to do that extra step of like taking money and creating a net income, because everything is net at this point. $188.45. So $565.58 is what I had left over. Let's subtract that out. My remaining is still positive at $377.13. And then all I'm gonna do is go down to the bottom, create the space for me to reconcile my checking account. 8. Actual. And as you guys know, I always start my checking account at $4,000 at the beginning of every budget. So whatever's in excess gets sent off to savings. I've already done that since I got paid at midnight. So my income was $1,373.17. It's going to give me a beginning balance of $5373.17. If I subtract my fixed expenses of, so basically doing this, I'm kind of like doing it like this page where I'm like projecting what I think is going to happen. So if I basically spend every single dollar of my variable expenses, and then if my fixed expenses are exactly correct, and subtracting what I'm sending off to savings, what my checking account balance should be minus $304.25, $503.34, and $88.45 is $4,377.13. And that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them down below. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.